ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Ready, 15, line it, 15 line. Watch the curve, watch the curve. Hey, Delta. Shoot.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And an alley to run. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Ready up.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Hard, hard. Secret.
Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
30 base.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Get it.
Throwing Jones. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Got it.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come
Fair. Look at me. Zipper. 49. Check. Ready.
From the gun, Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Switch.
Bridgestone, Travis. And Alpha.
He'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Go now. 70, Indy. 6-6, pull it high.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a fourth down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And his kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd and 12, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be out right at the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Ready to break.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Barkley. Gets around him. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down now, Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
53 is the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey! Hey, Haywood! Go.
Jones now on third down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now. That's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Ready?
Mike is 59.
You draw Corker.
Kill.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. 5.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, 7 yards there and a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sione Takitaki able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. It's hauled in by Shepard. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output. First touchdown wins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He's able to find Wallace. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
53 is the mic. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Get it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now Jones on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
59. Mike, 59.
Now.
Me and you. It's just me and you. Check 59.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Jones to throw again. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
You go tight. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 59 mark. 59 mark. Check, 59.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And 10 yards to go.
Ready up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, 2.
They'll set up to throw. Got an open man. It's Radley. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Freddie Kitchen's going to push the envelope. His guys will go on 4th down.
Go. Get it.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Chubb, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Down. 10-2 soft.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo. Let's go.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Come on, set.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Jones operating from the gun. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. 10 over.
It's 2nd and 8. At the
Back.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
On the set.
Check back 33.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Delta.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
8 reads. On the ball. Get it.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 12. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Yep. Hey, lock it. Ready?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hey!
And again, it's Chubb. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
On the double.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Coaching spell.
Let's go, Pete. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Ingram. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's back to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll bring him back within 4. Now, we thought we might have a good close game, and we did. Really came down to that final onside kick. They recovered it, but they would have had to return it. They were unable to do that, and that wrote an ending. That is frustrating, isn't it? To execute an onside kick and get the ball, yet there's no payoff for them. Right now, they're probably in their locker room trying to comfort themselves with, the clock just ran out on us. We were right there. So for Cleveland, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, The downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad beat pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more presto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put the numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no 2s, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Ladies and gentlemen,